follow news in the print, broadcast, and internet media. As this country was about to invade and occupy Iraq in 2003, I scoured the media for objective truth regarding the wisdom of the impending invasion. In my searching, I was amazed at the stories coming from two sources that were so unlike those coming from elsewhere. In the United States, the newspaper chain Knight Ridder, now McClatchy Newspaper, was heroic in their investigative reporting and pointed out how misguided an attack on Iraq would be. Outside the U.S., the BBC provided similar coverage. The mainstream media, comprised of all those media outlets which are now owned by such a very, very small number of mega corporations, had one theme and one theme only in early 2003: let's go to war. How different that message might have been if we had true media diversity in this country, if it were actually possible to hear a wide variety of investigative analysis prior to something as important as invading another country. Don't give me the line of, well, anyone can go on the internet and see all these different points of view. For a huge portion of the hardworking citizenry of this country, there is neither time nor energy to ferret out news outside of the mainstream media. We citizens should be able to turn on our television at 6 o'clock p.m. and see a wide variety of viewpoints and analysis. We citizens should not have to be information research specialists in order to be well informed. This is what is meant by the public interest. Don't tell me that market forces will sort all this out. Market forces are concerned about one thing and one thing only: money, profit. If everything were left to market forces, we would still have slavery and child labor in this country, and both practices are very profitable. Measures such as requiring the
Your time is up.
must be taken against market forces for the public interest. Thank you.
To regulate the media in the public interest. I don't hear any part of commercial or business interest there. It's supposed to be the public interest. Now, in order to do that, you have to listen to the public. You have to have an open mind. Can't ignore us. We are here. If you want democracy to survive in this country, we must have an informed public. And to have an informed public, we must have a free press. We must have a diversity of interests so that the word gets out. No more propaganda. We've had too much of that. We need an informed public, and if possible, then we can have the survival of our democracy. Do you really want to be the ones who destroyed democracy in this country? I hope that money doesn't mean that much to you. If you keep ignoring this, then the EPA is going to have to declare investigative journalism an endangered species. Now do the right thing and protect the public, not private interest.
Gavin Gall.
Hello, my name is Rhonda Hugh, and I work in affordable housing here in Seattle. Your total lack of regard for my work schedule has severely impacted my work schedule today in providing very low-income applicants my services. Everyone has the right for free speech. I am here tonight to protest against the FCC not to relax the media ownership rules. What I want is less corporation control and more media ownership by minorities and women. More, not less. Media access for immigrants. More, not less. And local community access to the airwaves. More, not less. By not relaxing the current media rule, it will allow local concerns to be heard, which would benefit all the public. Today, 6 corporations control more than half of everything American watch, listens to, or reads every day. That is an astonishing level of concentrated media power, and it is still trending in the wrong direction. Relaxing the rule will allow more corporations to control our local community information. The FCC has already given too much away. More consolidation means less local coverage. I volunteer at a local DV shelter, domestic violence, with Somalia women who are immigrants who have escaped poverty, violence, rape, crime, and uncertainty from their country. These women deserve the chance to express their exceptional experience through unbiased media, through local and public TV. Do not change the rule, but strengthen it. Thank you.
My name is Shawnee Salas. I'm a local student at Nova Alternative High School, as well as a social justice activist. The consolidation, corporatization, and privatization we are protesting today is not exclusive to the media. We are experiencing an onslaught of centralization in all realms of this nation, from public education and charter schools to healthcare, social security, and the
I am the Reverend David Bloom. I'm speaking on behalf of myself and the Reverend Tim Phillips of University Baptist Church in Seattle. As a leader from a religious tradition that is rooted in cultural diversity and built upon democratic principles, our history has taught us the devastating impact of limiting or consolidating the public voice in all arenas of our democracy. That limiting of the religious and political voice in colonial America was responsible for the persecution of our Baptist ancestor, Roger Williams, and prompted Virginia Baptist preacher John Leland to advocate for the separation of church and state and the establishment of a constitutional Bill of Rights. Consolidation of the public voice is a threat to those hard-won rights that were meant to protect and even expand the diversity of voices as over against the all-too-common effort by powerful elites, whether religious, political, or commercial, to demand conformity. In the current cultural climate, we have seen this tendency toward conformity as the corporate media's fascination with the religious right and the mega-church movement has effectively muted religious voices that represent a different point of view. As a result, we have seen the consolidation of the public voice striking at the very heart of our value for diversity. Fundamental to that value is our historic commitment to freedom. Diversity thrives when true freedom exists, and increasingly that freedom has to do with access. Given the growing religious, ethnic, and political diversity of our society, we should be talking about creating more access to the public voice, not less. Our freedom depends on it. Moreover, our survival as a democracy requires that we have a robust and diverse media that guarantees access by the many voices that comprise our democracy. Corporate consolidation represents only one voice, and it is nowhere near enough. Thank you.